At this time, I'd like to invite the 7th and 8th grade middle school band to quietly make their way to the stage. Hello, and thank you all for making it out tonight. I'm going to try my best to not bore you to death as I try to kill some time as we switch bands right now. We opened with Encore, ironically enough, by a composer who's new to me named Yo Godo from Japan. Really fun music, showcased, as I'm sure you probably noticed, a lot of the different sections at different times. Tremendously hard music, very, very, very hard music. But it was a pleasure and a real fun piece to learn and work on. As the middle school band comes up, we're actually going to be able to have a chance to showcase for you a song that we performed at Six Flags this past weekend and received a strong score of excellent at the competition, which was fantastic. A piece that I think you will enjoy. So I'm going to invite Mr. Buckner to the stage right now, who's been working with the middle school band, and he's going to conduct this piece for us. Thank you. Sixth grade, come on up. While they're coming up, well, I'll talk a little bit about that piece. Ballad Hoonanny, what a great contrast between the beginning of that song and the end of that song to kind of try out some very different musical styles in just one piece. That beginning piece, I think oftentimes we don't realize how hard, what type of music is challenging versus not. Sometimes the stuff that sounds really challenging, in fact, maybe more often than not, is usually the easier stuff. It's those slow ballad moments where you really have to kind of think, and every single note is very exposed. You can hear it, that it can be very challenging. They did a great job, so I'm really proud of them. While we're waiting on people, I will kind of showcase, I'm kind of throwing this at them so they don't even know I'm saying this right now. Percussion section. Let's see some of those fun instruments we had. Let's hold them up. Where's yes, there we go. We've got a ratchet. Hold up the ratchet. Let's hear it. We had a lot of fun playing with some toys in this one. So you can see we have the ratchet. Go ahead and give it a nice twist so we can hear it, what it sounds like. I believe you were also on the Acme whistle too, right? Give that a nice big blow for us. We had whip crack. Where's that? Let's hear that. Or slapstick. And then also some cowbells. I think we already moved on to some other instruments, but a lot of fun. Not necessarily the most challenging stuff for a percussionist, but they had a lot of fun. I don't think there was a single time that we played that piece that did not chuckle at the very least, even when trying to be serious during a rehearsal. All right, so we have another middle school performance for you. This will be another piece that the 7th and 8th graders performed at Six Flags. Believe it or not, this actually will be the first time this group will be performing this song together. We've been working on it separately, and we're going to put it together for the first time right now. So fingers crossed. I think we're in good shape, though. When we warm up musically, we're trying to get obviously our mind and body centered and ready to play. But we also do literally mean warm up the instrument because temperature has a huge impact on pitch and it can affect how flat or sharp we may be. So it's been a little bit of some time since this group has had a chance to play. So we're going to do one quick tuning note and then we'll pause for a second. Then we're going to dive right into our next piece, which is called Attack of the Garden Gnomes. High school jazz band, come on down to the stage. Talking specifically to those parents of the fifth graders, I'm genuinely amazed every single year, so I imagine you must be too, and I see it all the time. When you think about the progression that was made just over the course of 1 year, which seems like a long time, but when you think we only see them once a week, if we're lucky we get an hour, if we're lucky we get an hour of playtime. Usually it's more like 45 minutes each week. And a lot of these fine musicians are also in strings. Put up a hand if you also play a string instrument. So every other week, if the hand that you see up there, every other week those hands are not in rehearsal. So think about that. Those students whose hands are up, whatever I said, however much time we had to plan, they had half of that. So it's a really kind of a remarkable thing, really, really cool. You put your hands down now. I'll come around for high fives later. So a couple quick things while I have you all here and held hostage. We had our last after-school rehearsal for band. Strings, there's still, I believe, 2 or 3 more rehearsals. Check that schedule. But there is also, we're having a nice big celebration at the end of the year with the 5th grade band and orchestra. So check the emails. We sent out some information about that. And we'll be collecting payment kind of over the next few weeks in anticipation for that. I just wanted to say one more time, before I even get to the applause, great job to the 5th graders, just because I kind of lost my train of thought earlier, which happens all the time. I'm so sorry. The one thing that I wanted to kind of stress that was so amazing that they did, when you heard them at the beginning of the year, I think we played, Deck the Halls? And all of you played the exact same thing at the exact same time. And that is the first goal, believe it or not, like other than just making a sound, getting us to play the same thing at the same time. Not one of these instruments was playing the same part on stage, which is kind of the next big step. And when you think about what you heard from the middle school band, that's going to be all of you just in 1 year's time. So think about the progression that's going to be made. Just give it up for the 5th graders if you don't mind. Thank you. As soon as our high school jazz band is ready, we're going to play a piece for you entitled Pass the Hot Sauce. Jazz bands just have some of the greatest titles. middle school band, come on up. Jazz band, middle school jazz band. we're going to bring the high school concert band out for one more piece before our grand finale. Our next piece is Woman of the Podium March by, I'm so sorry, we're actually trying a lot of new composers this year that I've never played with, which is very exciting, so I have to peek at my notes here. Virginia A. Allen, who wrote this march, dedicated to women, obviously probably by the title. It is now the official female band directors march, which is kind of an interesting thing, but a really fun piece that I think you'll enjoy. So we're just going to get them settled, then we'll dive right in.
First off, last call for 50-50. So, see the woman over there? And we have a little something for our dear Mr. Cooper. Do not drop that, please and thank you.
It's a picture of the band Led Zeppelin, which they all know that I love. But I'm not sure if you can tell that whose mug that is.
Mr. Cooper loves Led Zeppelin, and I don't know if you knew this, but he's actually in the band. I don't even know if he knew that, but he's there. He's in the band.
All right, this brings us to maybe my favorite, but also very much my least favorite part of the show. We're going to identify our seniors and acknowledge them. This was their last performance on this stage. A lot of them started right where you are right now. And it's sad to say goodbye to them because I've been working with them, most of them, for 8 years when they were in your seats. So when you hear your name, just stand and be recognized, okay? Morgan Rule. Morgan will be going to Endicott College, majoring in athletic training. Kylie Green. Kylie will be attending the University of Massachusetts Amherst, majoring in mechanical engineering. Zach McAllister. Zach will be attending the Middlesex Community College, majoring in biology. Nicholas Crowell, Nick will be attending the University of Maine, majoring in engineering. Katie LeMagerie. Katie will be attending Merrimack College, majoring in business administration with a concentration of management, and will also be participating in the Merrimack Marching Band. All right, so this brings us to our grand finale. We're going to play a piece for you. We got limited time this earlier today before the concert when I was kind of not letting anyone in to not give away the surprise. We're going to be performing for you the 1812 Overture. You'll hear different sections. You'll hear the fifth graders, then you'll hear some of the middle schoolers, then you'll hear some of the high schoolers, and at the end we're all going to come together and play this as one big epic grand finale. I know it seems like everyone's done talking about pre-COVID, we bring it up again. This was a tradition that we had pre-COVID, and this is our first time bringing it back, which is very exciting to me, and I think you're going to really enjoy it.